Welcome back. So, in the previous module, we looked at how to create questionnaires and edit those questionnaires, administer them as physical questionnaires, or administer them as digital questionnaires. So, if you're having a physical questionnaire, what you basically do is you need to print it out and give people to fill it and give you back, right? But if it's a digital questionnaire, like we said, the data will enter inside AlphaDoc directly. So, I'm just going to go here to continue. When I go to continue now, we are at the data entry level. And like we said, with like any other software, AlphaDocs also has the data entry stage. But with AlphaDocs, it has been more simplified, right? It has been simplified in order to help you analyze your data faster and more accurately. So now, let's say if you wanted to fill out a questionnaire, let's say if you have a physical questionnaire in your hand, so you will take the first questionnaire and you will come here. Like on this first cell, right, is going to have the details of the first respondent. Let me say if the first respondent's gender was male, you will simply come here and you click male. But there is also one thing for you to understand. During the data analysis process, there is always a process where we call data coding. So you actually sit down and you code your variables. But with Afrodocs, it automatically codes those variables for you. And you will simply go ahead and just select the variables without necessarily going ahead to code it by yourself. Those who have done data analysis before will understand data coding is not an easy process. It's actually a process which takes a lot of time to code your data and also input the data. But Afrodocs has simplified the process, and you can simply fill in your data without bothering about coding the data. So all you will simply need to do is come here and you select the first variable. So here one stands for male and two stands for female. So those are the various codes. You have all the data here and the codes. So you just take the first questionnaire and you fill it out like that. Just look at the responses from your respondents and you fill it out just like that, and make sure you do just like that till you go and reach at the end, right? So that's how you fill it till you reach the end here. Make sure you fill all the data for all the questions. So if you have 30 questionnaires, that means the second respondent will take this, the third respondent will take this. And if you want to see your value labels, all you will simply need to do is to come here and click to show text labels, so the codes are going to automatically reflect from here. So you're going to feel like that for all the 30 questionnaires. If you had 30 questionnaires, if you have 80, you'll feel like that for the 80. So this is actually like the most lengthy part of the data analysis process here. So that is when you're going to be coding the data. So you can always save your analysis and code it at your own pace. So now let me just clear this data. And mind you, when you're clearing data, know that you're actually deleting that data and you cannot recover it back. So let's import those digital entries. So I'm going to import the data which was filled using the digital questionnaire. So I'm just going to come here to import digital entries. So you can see this is actually the entry in which I just filled online now. It has already been, it has already entered inside this data entry form already, or our entry sheet. So if you want to see the codes, you will just click there, the codes will be there. And your topics have been abbreviated, right? So REL1 actually stands for religion. You can actually see. Oh, let's go and look at it from the questionnaire. By the way, it's always good to refer back to your questionnaire. So you can see you actually have you have the gender here, you have the age group, so that demographics is okay. But for the perceived usefulness and also topics like the perceived ease of use. So these are actually likely skills variables and they are going to be abbreviated. So you can see the perceived usefulness has been abbreviated PU, and the other one here, PEOU1, let's just go and look at it, is the next variable here, which is perceived ease of use. So PE is perceived ease of use, O is off and use. So it's just abbreviations, right? Just to make your topics not too long, but it does not matter. It does not matter. So now I'm just going to clear this and I'm going to load to export this data now as CSV. So let me just load back the digital entry. So you can always export your data as CSV, and if you want to run your analysis using another software, it's fine, but the data or the analysis will always be the same like the one in which you run, no matter the software in which you use. But I will always advise you to run your analysis with Afrodocs for the purpose of consistency. It's much more better and it's much more easier for you to run it with Afrodocs. And let's say maybe if you want to export your data and then maybe code it using Excel, you can export it as CSV. You go and code it and then you come here to import it back and you analyze. But you don't need to do all of that. You can stay right here within this page and everything will come in, or you can add everything. If you want to add, let's say maybe a new entry for a new respondent, you simply need to come here and click to add a new row, and you will add a new row for the next respondent, and you do like that for all your respondents. So that is it. So in our next module, we are going to see how to actually run our analysis and write our chapter 4 and 5.